Hey gamers! So, I have been talking to some people that are still in school, and it has absolutely reminded me of all of just the bad things I went through when going through school, and so I kind of just want to get some stuff off my chest, and if you guys have gone through anything similar, just feel free to let me know. Just type it out down in the comments, and let me know if anything like this has happened to you guys, right? So, back in middle school, I had this math teacher, and it was 8th grade, and up until the previous year, I had been in like semi-accelerated math programs, and I mean nothing crazy, but just like I guess they would call it like whatever. They'd call it advanced math. It is what it is. It wasn't anything like crazy ahead of where everyone else was. It was more of an ego thing, I think, for the parents of kids in there. But my grandfather had passed away, and he's one of the people that raised me and had made me enjoy math. And with him gone, he had died near the end of the previous school year. 7th grade math teacher, totally cool, understood where I was coming from, like, helped me through it. It was fine. 8th grade, it's, beginning of the year. It hasn't been that long since they've passed. I was upset. I let them know, hey, I'm upset. This has affected me. Still affected. This is going to be a struggle. They really did not care. And, like, the starting thing that we had to do, this is about to be bad. No, 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 no. Really, you don't take knockback, sir. I disagree with that. The starting thing we had to do was this whole 100-question test thing. And if you failed, you had to do it again. And I don't mean like it was super difficult or anything, but like, hi, buddy. Go off the edge, please. Thank you. So if you failed at all, and I mean like forgot a negative, that's it. Oh, that was a final kill. Cool. I know what I'm doing. You had to restart it over and over again. It was addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, and it was simple questions, I'll admit. Like, it was nothing crazy, but you forgot a negative, or she thought the little curl that was your negative sign wasn't a negative because it's a curl and not straight, but you were rushing and you're a middle schooler, so you have, okay, bad handwriting. Restart it, redo it. And I did it enough and had to do it enough and redo it enough. I got really frustrated. And you weren't allowed to take any other quizzes or move past a certain point in class until you finished it. And so you'd have to give up your lunchtime and whatever. And the state I grew up in, it was, oh, hi, hello. It was mandated that kids have X amount of time to eat. And, well, obviously, 3-0, interesting. So obviously if you're doing math, you don't have time to eat. So now you're a hungry middle schooler who's crabby, who's upset. It's a whole thing. So I would also cry when frustrated, and I was very disappointed and frustrated in myself for having to take this thing so many times before I passed. So it started this whole cycle where I would cry and miss the lesson, or miss the explanation for how to do something in the homework, and she would, be upset that I was crying, and she'd yell and berate me. She might not have ever yelled, it certainly felt like it though. So I would miss how to do part of the homework. And so I'd do as much as I could, but inevitably I didn't finish it. So she would yell at me for not finishing it, even though for a good while I had did as much as I can of each problem. I wrote out my thought process. I had the whole thing down for what I was struggling with. Didn't help me, berated me, I would cry. Miss the explanation for the next night's homework. Try my best, work through it. Wouldn't get it. She would berate me. I would cry. There we go, another day. Cry, miss the explanation, not know how to do the homework, try my damnedest anyways, not be good enough, get yelled at. Over and over and over and over again. And that just absolutely sucked the life out of me. I was so... Can we not go for my... Oh, you're going for the diamonds. it just sucked the life out of my want to do anything for teachers at that point. I hated it. And then, I mean, it was what it was. But at the same school, there were some other really dumb things. There was a play. It's like, oh, everyone wants to be part of the play, right? Cool. So try out. I could tell immediately that the teacher doing the tryouts did not like me. Oh, you are lagging just a little bit, aren't you, son? So, okay, well, we can go across the bridge. I'm not following super close to you, though, dude. Uh-oh. It could have been worse. I only lost a bed, not my life. I could tell she didn't like me. Fine, whatever. I went to crew instead. Not a big deal. Crew's fun. Everyone likes doing crew. You get to do all the behind-the-scenes stuff. It's great. You get to be artistic, too, and help, and it was during a rehearsal. It wasn't even during one of the, like, 2 times the play was done for the parents or whatever. I guess I didn't get something off the stage fast enough, and she got frustrated, and she pushed me. And I almost go eye first into the corner of a desk. Like, what the heck? That's not okay. You shouldn't be around kids if you're like that. Period. Exclamation, whatever. Why are we coming over here again? Sir, no. We'll just cheese it. Hi, yeah. Yeah, you don't like this. Yep, go away. Away. Thank you. So, just don't be around kids if you're going to physically assault them. And nothing ended up coming of that, because we're a family that didn't have a lot of money. We didn't have a lot of weight to throw around. It is what it is. Fine. Dude, go away. Go away. Go away. Thank you. I mean, I will just bow you off. I need more arrows. I'm out of arrows now. Oh, Lord. So, and then the whole thing with that school and lunch. So there was a mandatory homeroom period. It was 7 minutes long. That's it. They'd say the Pledge of Allegiance. That was it during that 7 minutes. Mandatory kind of thing. Great. Cool. Not cool. It was really dumb. No morning announcements would happen. The announcements were done during lunch. Can you leave me alone, Green? Like, I'm not going to die to you. I refuse. Where did you just turn in? Oh, you're there. Okay. Oh. There you go. Yeah. Hi. Okay. I'll take this emerald. Yeah, you go fight Pink or something. That seems like a great idea for you. So the announcements would happen during lunch, but they wouldn't do the announcements until everyone was not talking. And everyone would end up being talking because obviously middle schoolers are hungry and were complaining about not being allowed to eat. I should have apples or something. Otherwise this is going to be very bad very fast. So we're all complaining about being hungry, but they wouldn't start talking until everyone was quiet. And there's always going to be those kids that are kind of just don't care. You know, that's how kids are. It's just what it is. And so they wouldn't start announcements, but you're not allowed to eat until announcements are over. So we'd end up waiting like 20 minutes before we could eat. But lunch and recess were the same period. And so we'd still be forced to go outside. So there were literally days where we got maybe 3 minutes to eat lunch before we were forced to pack up and go outside because they wouldn't start announcements because people would be talking. Like, and again, the state I was in mandated kids have X amount of time or whatever to be able to eat. And I'm pretty sure that was 35 minutes. So the fact that we would have 3 or 4 sometimes, I hesitate to even say sometimes. All the time. Constantly. constant thing, especially in, again, 8th grade, who had the latest lunch period. We wouldn't eat until like 1:30 in the afternoon. That's really hard to get through from 6:40 a.m. to 1:30 in the morning, and you're not allowed to eat in class. Also, let's just acknowledge books for a second, because I went to school right as everyone was switching over to like having laptops or Chromebooks for every kid. So like the year behind me did in middle school. The year above me did not. I did not. Part of my class did. So that was like a whole thing. So we'd be given a math textbook and a history textbook and some years like a giant science workbook. And we had to carry it around with us. Oh no, just keep it in your locker. But you only get 5 minutes to go to your locker between classes. And on top of that, you're using that to go to the bathroom because most of the time you only got to go to the bathroom 1 to 3 times per class per year. Like, what? Like, no. So you're going to the bathroom in between classes. So you're just carrying all your stuff, and then they're like, oh, why are kids and young adults experiencing so much back pain nowadays? Because you force people with still developing bodies to carry around 80 damn pounds of school books. What do you think is going to happen? So yeah, between having a teacher yell at me pretty much every day, and another one that nearly pushed me into a desk, and just not being able to ever actually eat food, I hated middle school. I hated middle school so much. It was the worst experience of my life. And again, that was only middle school. Like, we're not talking about elementary or high school, like, or any of that stuff. We can. There was, in high school, the thing that ruined my faith in the system or in teachers or whatever was there was a kid that would skip school all the time. Nice girl, she had her own reasons going through her own stuff, like, it was what it was. Hi. What are we doing? Do you mind? Okay, thank you. Going through her own stuff, it's fine, whatever. Nothing against her. But the principal, dean, whatever, had told her, hi. Whoop! Well, that sucks. Where are you? You're probably up here, aren't you? They had told her that if she showed up whatever amount of days for school, she would get to go hang out with them and eat pizza with them. Oh, they fell in the void. And awesome, good for her. I'm glad she got to do something cool. I'm glad she got rewarded. You know, that's a good thing. Can you possibly fall off the bridge? No? Okay. I would have appreciated it if you did. And meanwhile, I had gotten really sick. I had doctor's notes. I had gone to specialists. I got really sick. And instead of, like, oh, are you okay? No, we're going to call CPS on your guardians if you don't start coming to school. It's like, I've given you the doctor's notes. The acid in my stomach is literally eating away at my lining. I'm in pain. I cannot eat. It sucks. It was terrible. Yeah, I'm gonna be over here now, dude. Yep. So, yeah, they threatened to call CPS on me, but this other girl who's skipping school and they know she's skipping school, she gets a pizza party. Like, no. School is dumb. If you enjoy it, do it. It's good for your future. I just had too many bad experiences, so let me know if you guys experienced any of that. Have a good one, and see you next time. Goodbye.